All right, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom, yeah.
Brother Yazil.
Brother Yavri.
We got Proverbs 2. You can just start from the top, right?
All right. Proverbs 2, verse 1. My son, if thou wilt receive my words, hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline their ear into wisdom, and apply thine heart to understanding. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge, and lifteth up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for hid treasures, then shalt
Run back for it again.
if thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as hidden treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord, and will find knowledge of Yahweh.
Come on. So, hey, man, that's what we coming out here today to bring out understanding, man, is that we need to be searching for the heavenly riches. That needs to be our wake up and our goal, all right? When we talk about hustling, when we talk about being a go-getter, when we talk about seeking wealth, we shouldn't be seeking the wealth of this realm. All right, the money, the gold, and the silver. In the scriptures, the gold and the silver is likened to all the money and currency of this realm, man. So we should be seeking after heavenly knowledge, which is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
The things of the spirit, the things that's everlasting, the things that's not going to get wiped away. You feel me? This knowledge is going to be passed through from generations to generation to generation. This knowledge has been here since the start of the world. You feel me? So all this carnal things, the carnal things that we want to be focused on, and all the carnal things of the world, is vain. It's vain. It's temporary, and it's gonna get destroyed along with the world. But the things of the spirit, the wisdom that the Most High gives you, the knowledge that He gives you, that stays with you forever.
Right? Because the scriptures say, while heaven and earth may pass away, right, my words will never pass away. And we got to understand that word, that's that power. The word is the quickening spirit. It's a spirit. All right, a lot of times we think that the Bible is just a book, or we think it's just words on some paper. All right, but this is a living book coming from the living power, the living God. All right, so these words is like everlasting waters. You got to be water. This is the nourishment for your soul. All right, when you talk about life, peace, just overall well-being, and not only that, but protection. All right, we going into times of calamity. We going into times of chaos, a lot of distractions, a lot of temptations. For you to have that inner well-being, you need to seek the wellness and that wealth from the Father, man.
And like you said, this is something you have to be seeking for, you know. And in verse 2, it says, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom, and apply thine heart to understanding. So this is something that you have to be seeking for, genuinely trying to get better and get more wise, so you can live how the Father wants you to live. You feel me?
Okay. See, even how it says, inclining thy ear unto wisdom, and apply thine heart to understanding. Seeking her as silver and gold, man. So just like how we wake up every day talking about getting to the bag, we talk about get rich or die trying, and all these things, the same mentality we have for money and the riches of this world, we need to be looking for the Most High's wisdom, all right? Because that's actually what's going to keep us alive, all right? We in a society where they done taught us in a certain way, which money is the God, all right? Mammon is one of the primary gods of this world. Everybody on the hamster wheel and rat race for money. All right. Now, not saying it's a problem to provide and do what you had to do to provide for your family, but when it becomes a worship, when it becomes your all day, your every day, your everything, that's when it becomes idolatry.
It becomes your God.
Exactly. So that's why, you know, even Yahushua saying you can't serve two masters. And the God that he used as an example in that verse was Mammon, the God of that fortune and the wealth. Understanding that that's where a lot of people's hearts is at. All right, so because where your heart is, that's where your treasure will be. So that means you putting money on a pedestal as to where it's the Most High, right? If you ain't talking money, I don't want to talk, or just think about any lyric, any verse that you done heard where they just put money on this level.
You're holding it to the same value as the things of the heavens. You feel me? And that's where you go wrong at.
So
it's not the same worth.
Yeah, bring it up. Yeah, just bring out 4 going down again.
If thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord, and find the knowledge of Yahweh. For the Lord giveth wisdom; out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding.
Exactly. It says, for the Lord giveth wisdom, and that's where we get seek and you shall find. Where is that at? Where's if thou seekest her as silver? So seek and you shall find. Ask for the wisdom. All right, that's what we get to humbling ourselves.
We don't go asking for man. We don't ask man for wisdom. We don't ask all these worldly people for wisdom. We ask the Father in the Spirit. You feel me? That's who's gonna give us the best wisdom ever that we need. That's gonna fill our cups. Go to the Father for that, not man, not nobody else. Because they're gonna leave you empty-handed every time.
Exactly. So keep going on.
He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the paths of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints.
Exactly. He preserveth the way of the saints. So that's understanding. This heavenly knowledge is literally a protection from death. A lot of stuff that's happening to people is because they didn't have that hedge about them from the Father. All right, that's because you weren't one of the children. What did Yahushua say when he come back? Many will be saying, Lord, Lord, haven't I done this? Haven't I done that? But he's going to say, I never knew you. Because in this time, you wasn't inclining the ear. Remember, inclining the ear, you're bowing down that ear. All right, so you seeking this knowledge. Just like how you get up every day, you go to work. If you're in the street, you get up every day, you go on the block. You need to be getting up every day, searching the scriptures. Getting up every day, praying, staying in the spirit. Because that's how you enriching yourself, right?
Like you said, that's something you have to seek. You know, the Bible just says he preserveth the way for the saints. You feel me? So he already has the way written out for us. We just have to go up that path. It's a conscious decision for us to choose, look at that path and walk up it, right? And don't get knocked off that path. So it's going to be up to us to want to go down that path. You feel me? But the Most High, he definitely already laid out the way for us. So you have to seek that for yourself.
Exactly. He preserves our way, and that's why, you know, it's a hard thing to conceive, but a lot of people that's in this room right now are not gonna they're not gonna see death, all right, because they're already in the kingdom. The kingdom is that state of being, all right. I know thy poverty, but you are rich. Where are you rich at? You rich inside. You rich in the spirit, all right. So when you rich in the spirit, the riches will translate. It's something that you cash in, all right. Let's go to Isaiah 33. I think it's 33 and 6. I believe. You there? All right. So, you know, a lot of times we in this world and we bank our well-being off of our financial stability, right? That's a big thing in this world. I done heard people say, I don't want to have kids till I'm financially stable. I can't do this until I'm financially stable. It's all about stability, but the true stability is the stability in your spirit, all right? The stability in your life, and really that's going into the preserving the way of the saints again, all right? The Most High literally is directing your path, keeping you out of danger via these holy and heavenly riches, all right? So let's start at 5.
Isaiah 33, verse 5. The Lord is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness.
Exactly. He has filled Zion with judgment and righteousness. All right. These are riches. This is what, even for our people are destitute. We poor, right? We poor on the physical side of things, but we are so much more poor on the spiritual side of things because we lack knowledge. That's the book of Hosea. My people perish for the lack of knowledge. We've rejected knowledge. So how would you be rich? It's even a saying in the world, knowledge is power. That's why our people don't have no power, because we don't have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from the Most High.
We're trapped in our own ways. You feel me? And our own ways is the ways of the world. You know? So that's why we're getting led to destruction.
That's why we stuck down here on such a low level. All right? Even our mindset is on a low level. All right? We down here focused on each other. We done got so poor and destitute to where we'll rob and kill somebody for some sneakers, for a fake moissanite chain, for anything, right? For having a car that's a little nice, when these things is worth nothing. All right, you done took such a big spiritual loss and hit, and made yourself so poor over a worldly riches, man. And it's not even on a global level. That's how smart-minded our people is. It's not even on a global level. We're literally robbing people for pennies. All right, pairs of shoes and jewelry that wouldn't even be worn by the other nations. You feel me? So keep going, verse 6.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Behold, their valiant ones.
Hold on, we're gonna read back 6 again.
Yeah. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Exactly. It says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. What's going to keep your head above water is you having wisdom and knowledge. Because even wisdom, like, it really is all going back to having the Holy Spirit. All right? It's the gifts that come from the Most High. These gifts are so valuable. Even the gift of faith. All right? You talk about stability. The gift of faith is the richest. That's the richest thing you can have. That's the most valuable thing you can have in this time. All right, that's a different joint we was gonna do. You know, spiritual powers. Faith is a real power in the spirit. That's why if you had the faith of a mustard seed, you can tell a mountain to move. Faith moves mountains.
Yep.
That's through the power of the Most High. It says the fear of the Lord is his treasure. All right, your treasure can't be your nice car. Your treasure can't be that little couple hundred in your pocket. Your treasure can't be anything that you can touch, see, or feel. Your treasure has to be the unseen things, right? Because we understand that the things of this world is temporal. They pass away, right? And that's that for real, for real.
It says wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of the time. These is going to be the foundation to keep you stable. These times are going to start looking real rough. Like, we're going to see a lot of calamity. We're going to see a lot of death, a lot of crazy things, a lot of wickedness, a lot of evil going on around us. But in order for us to be stable, we have to be wise, and we have to be stable. He says we have to have knowledge. You feel me? We have to have knowledge and wisdom in order to be stable. You feel me?
And that's a spirit. So go to Proverbs 11, right? And shalom to everybody that's in here. All right, you in 11? All right, we're going to start at 3 going down.
Proverbs 11, verse 3. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them.
Exactly. The integrity of the upright shall guide them. Integrity, that's your morals, what are you standing on? All right, the morals that you get. See, a lot of time we like to base things off our own understanding. That's even Romans 10, right? Not understanding the righteousness of Yahweh, we go out to establish our own righteousness. All right, we establish what is good to us. All right, so the integrity of the upright shall guide them. All right, even bringing it to the topic of worldly riches, we wouldn't do certain things for money. A lot of things that people in the world do for money, how you can slime out your friend, a lot of people, they would kill their own parents for money. It done happened already, right? Insurance scam, insurance fraud. We done seen all types of crazy stuff just for that dollar, man. Which is really, when you killing for money or you killing for anything, really it's a blood sacrifice to the devil. That's really what it is, because Satan don't care about money neither. Blood is the spiritual currency. Satan don't care about no money. He gave y'all money as a little dog toy to wag in your face, so you could be chasing it. Always chasing that stability.
You know, Satan wants their soul, you feel me? So if you're doing it, you're killing people for things that he made, then you already sold out to him, you feel me? You walking in his way, not the way of the Father.
Exactly. So bring out 3 again.
Yeah. Says the integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them.
The perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. Let me find the footnote for that word perverseness. That's 11 and 3. 11 and 3. The deceit, right? The deceit of transgressors shall destroy them. All right. So the wickedness that you're willing to do, off of the riches of this world, how far are you willing to go for filthy lucre, man, is really gonna destroy you. All right. All the riches gotten by vanity will not last. That's the whole point. We gotta understand that it's stability outside of money. All right. That's even understand the elect. A lot of them is gonna be poor on this side of the earth. We translated into the kingdom. Those riches get translated. That's why the Most High told us to lay up riches in heaven. All right, because them riches get translated, they get cashed in.
That's what's going to actually matter.
Kind. Let's go. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death.
Exactly. It says riches profit not in the day of wrath. So what is your money gonna do for you when it's destruction, when the missiles drop? What is the money gonna do for you when it's World War III going on? What is the money gonna do for you when the inflation is so sky high?
The clothes, the cars, what are all these things going to do when things are actually cracking?
And that's prophecy already. See, y'all think that, that's how they keep the illusion in this matrix up and running too. All right, they play with the economy, they play with the inflation. Prices is cool one day and it's bad another day. Gas might be $2 one day, $5 the next day, right? But all of that is part of the rat race. All of that is keeping you engaged with the system. Right? That's understanding that inflation and all these number games that they're playing with the public is really fake. It's not really real. All right? If they wanted to fix the money and make the economy and make this situation better for the people, they could have already did that. But you got to understand who you're dealing with. All right? It says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So what they going to do? They're going to do wickedness with their power. All right? They're going to do wickedness with what they have. All right? So they have the world. He's the prince of the air, the prince of the frequencies. So he can get you to chase this dollar all day. He can get you to constantly have that level up financially.
It's never going to really fulfill you. You feel me? We're always going to keep looking for money. Like even when we get money, we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep seeking more and more and more. You're never going to be fulfilled. But with the things of the spirit, you're going to be fulfilled. You're going to hear the wisdom, and it's not going to depart from you.
And that's understanding, man. Anything that comes to Satan, when it comes to Satan or his kingdom, right? Satan, he got a never-ending belly. A never-ending greed. All right, he always want more blood, more death. It's always gonna be more and more and more. You understand? Like if you have an addiction, right? That's an insatiable lust that you have. Addiction, it's never gonna go. The more you hit it, the more you're gonna want. That's why we see with if you got a drug addict, right? We got the Fetty that's on the street, right? Why is it Fetty such a big thing? Because it's more addicting. It's gonna give you, it's gonna bring you to the point of death, but it's addictive. You're gonna always want that more of a high. All right.
And that's for all of Satan's devices. That's a representation of all of Satan's devices, whether it's these phones, whether it's the clothes, the jewelry. You always gonna want more. You gonna see somebody with a brighter chain than you, with some flashier drip than you, and you always gonna want more. You feel me? This is gonna lead you to the destruction. You feel me? You're never gonna be fulfilled.
You got millionaires and billionaires envying each other. They backdoor up in them realms, man. They sitting here wearing, you might got the new Benz, but he might got the new Bugatti, and you like, damn, that joint kind of fly, I want that now. Now you hating. Now you got 11 on your heart just for that, right? But it says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death. All right, and even to bring me back to where I was going, and why I was going in that unsatiable lust, right? You're always gonna want more money, no matter how much money you have. Shalom, brother. Shalom. So we always are gonna want more things in the world. That's why the scriptures say godliness with contentment is great gain, right? With food and raiment, be there with satisfied. You gotta be satisfied with the things that you got, cause really you blessed within that little realm. You see, you don't understand how much the Most High values and is blessing the man that is just working and doing what he got to do and giving him his praises. All right.
And if you're living in the spirit, that's all you're going to need. You feel me? The fact that the Most High is blessing us every day, filling our cup. We don't need more. We don't need all this extra stuff, all this stuff that don't matter. The Most High, he examined our life. He knows exactly what we need. That's why we're still alive today. So you feel me? Most High already blessing us, and we have to always be praising, thanking him for blessing us and watching over us and protecting us and blessing us every single day. You feel me? Because we got our cups are already full. We got the Creator, we got the Father, we got the Heavenly Father on our side. So,
and that's understanding. Like when people are constantly seeking things of this world, you know, bring it back to addiction. You're filling a void of something that's missing within. All right. Why do you think? You know, these celebrities, they on hard drugs all the time. Why are these celebrities? Why are they got to do the most exhilarating things, right? We look at some Esau, they jumping off of cliffs, they doing all that. They seeking a thrill, bro, because it's a void that's lacking in here. You really looking for that spirit of your father, but you don't know. You just don't know that yet. Just like the brother just said, our cups are filled. All right. Some people in the world only look at their cups being filled as having some money in your pocket.
Yep.
Right? Or having a nice car. How's it going? Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
Yeah. Yeah, you can just keep it going down.
The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright shall deliver them, but transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness.
Exactly. And that's just the game. We done seen it. We done seen it all the time. We done seen people on that get rich and die trying trajectory and they done fell. All right. If you ain't doing life, then you don't have a life no more. That's the only way it's gonna go. That's why the scripture talk about these riches gotten by vanity, man. Because you're in that cycle of death, man. You're a full-time worker for Satan's kingdom. No matter what you're doing.
And these things, you can only do it to yourself. You feel me? What it say? It says, but transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness. So this is going something you're self-inflicting on yourself. You feel me? You choosing to live different ways of evil. It's not gonna be nobody. Most High's not gonna point the finger at nobody else. This is something you chose to do. So that's why we had to choose the way of righteousness.
Let's go to Zephaniah. It's right next to it. In fact, you can bring it out of my drawer. 118.
118.
Let's start at 17.
All right. Zephaniah 1:17. And I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath.
Exactly. Neither your silver nor your gold shall be able to deliver you in the Lord's wrath. So you got to understand, man, the destruction, the calamity that's coming to this place is beyond money. It's beyond money. They already told you in the scriptures that the elites in the time of destruction is going to be looking for, they already building their bunkers. All right. They already got underground bunkers. It was made public, I think maybe last year or 2 years ago. You got Zuckerberg spent $100 million on a bunker. Why? Right? Because the wicked, Satan knows he has but a short time. All right. So it's already prophesied they're going to try to hide in these bunkers, hide in mountains. But they still gonna get dragged out. So imagine you as the regular citizen. What's gonna happen to you? You don't have that type of protection, and you just gonna be a casualty for real.
Nobody's gonna survive. Nobody can escape that judgment.
Right? Read it back one more time.
Yeah. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men. Neither they have sinned. Because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung.
And blood shall be poured out as dust, and what?
And their flesh as the dung.
Y'all know what dung is, man. So y'all gonna be left like a piece of on the street.
Worthless.
Feel me?
18 goes on to say, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath.
Okay.
So, that's exactly what's going on. Like, none of these worldly riches is going to be able to help you. Nothing you post about, nothing you confess to everybody, nothing you profess, nothing you do is going to save you unless you live walking in righteousness in the way that the Father wants us to walk in.
All right, let's go to Luke. Go to Luke 12. And 12 and 16. Or no. 15 15.
All right. Luke 12:15 says, and he said unto him, man, who made me a judge or divider over you? And he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things that he possesses.
Okay, so it says, take heed and beware of coveting, man. Covetousness, man.
So that's like jealousy. That's like wanting somebody else's things.
And that's what this whole world is ran on. Why do you think they tell you and show you all these things? Why do you think they want you to know how rich these celebrities are? Why do you think they want you to? Why do you think these I forget what it's called, but there's a whole budget for rappers and celebrities just to look good and show it. You get what I'm saying? That's a marketing technique. Look how rich we are, because that's bringing them engagement, right? Because this whole society ran off of coveting. All right, you seen a rapper with that, so you want it. The only reason you want the whole bust down chain and all, you seen somebody with it. Even when you think about robbery, man, all that hate built up. You know how much hating and jealousy it take to rob somebody? 9 times out of 10, the person robbing you is somebody you know. So imagine how deep that coveting is, right?
It's all part of Satan's net. You feel me? The celebrities, they dress down, they wear designer stuff, flashy stuff, drive crazy cars. Somebody in the neighborhood, he might wear something nice, something that you want, something that you wanting to be like. That's where the net of Satan is being used, because you looking up to him as if he's somebody, or whatever he has, like it's something worth something over the heavens. You feel me? And that's where you go wrong at. That's part of the net that Satan has. You want to leave behind it. Now you want to go and follow and do what they do instead of what the Father wants you to do.
That show, like, going back to like how low of a state our people is in, man, because it just showed like. I feel like that's a verse in Isaiah somewhere where it says we would put somebody, just because he has a piece of raiment, we will put him as our leader. We're going to try to elect them as our leader just because they got some raiment, right? You know, you got the block. If somebody got a little chain or he got a little designer joint, that's big bro now. That's big bro now because he got a couple dollars. You done sold out your whole integrity, and you it's a word I want to use, but I ain't going to use it on here. You sitting here all on this man top. Just because he got a little more possessions, bro, that's coveting.
It's vain. All this possession, it doesn't add nothing to your worth and spirit. So you wanting all the things that's vain, it's just like it's leading you down the wrong path. Part of Satan's net.
And it'll have you destitute in the end. That's why Satan wants you chasing these things, man. The Most High says, seek you first the kingdom and his righteousness, right? We were just reading where it says the righteousness is what delivers you. All right, so seek the kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. That goes into the contentment. If you following the Most High, you staying in the spirit, you're not going to be worrying about all the extra things. Take no thought for tomorrow. How we going to eat? How we going to do this? How we going to do that? The Most High is providing for you already. It's really through your lack of faith. That's why Yahushua was always saying, ye of little faith. It's lack of faith why you worrying about these things. Faith of a mustard seed, you making it shake no matter where you go. Then you can really start taking them walks of faith. Taking them leaps of faith, I mean. You feel me? Because you know that you're going to be provided for anyway. Look at the birds, right? Look at the grass. That's what Yahushua said. He said, the birds fly across continents. And they know it's going to be a nest when they land. They know it's going to be wood for a nest. They know it's going to be worms in the ground for them to eat, right? They know they're going to be provided for. So there's no reason you should have less faith than a bird.
See, when you don't have no faith, you're going to be wanting a lot of things. You want to want this, you want that, you want this. When you have faith, you know that the Most High is going to put you in to anything you need to do, whether it's put you to any type of work you need to do, any type of food you need. He's going to guide your steps. You feel me? There's nothing that we're going to be overly seeking for you. When he's going to just guide our steps and we're going to be fulfilled and just let him take lead. You feel me? When you don't have no faith, dang, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. No, you don't need that. You cool, you straight. The Most High is feeding you. He's blessing you. He's making sure that, you know, he's using you. You feel me? So that's all you need.
Psalm 23, he said, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. You
Yeah.
feel me? I shall not want. I should not lack. I'm not going to want for nothing. It's a phrase in the world, I don't want for nothing. My kids ain't going to want for nothing. We ain't going to be lacking for nothing. Why are you not going to want? Why are you not going to be lacking? Because the Lord is your shepherd. The Most High is guiding you. You think he's gonna have you destitute of things? He said he'd never seen the righteous begging bread. Right? So let's keep going. Where's we at? 12 and 16.
All right, Luke 12 and 16. And he spake up.
My bad. Finish off 15. 'Cause we ain't break it down.
All right, 15. And he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of things which he possesseth.
Exactly. Right? So don't you know that the life is more than bread? Right? Don't you know that meat is more than, is not the substance for your body? What's actually keeping you alive is the spirit of the Most High. Right? And that even shows, like, with our people, we've literally been preserved by the Most High for the elect's sake. Right? We've been preserved through all these times. Because if you left it up to our enemies, man, we would have been out of this joint. We would have been gone. You know what I'm saying? So we need to really just walk in that and know that our God, that's our God that did that.
Yeah.
Feel me? But yeah, keep going.
16. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of certain rich man brought forth plentiful. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods.
Okay, so let's just get the understanding, right? It's a rich man. He got more than enough than he needs, man. He got everything he needs plus more, right? And he's deciding when he sees that he has more, he has less space than the possessions that he has. What does he choose to do? He said, did you read 18 already? He said,
this I will do. I will pull down my barns and I will build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods.
So he said, I will pull down my barns and build greater. So I'm going to build a bigger storehouse for my riches.
For more fruits.
You know what I'm saying? To keep my stuff. But he's not thinking about the righteousness of the Most High. He's not thinking about charity and alms. All right? If you were seeking first the kingdom, you would be seeing how you can give, right? The things that you have. Because me and the brother was just talking about it. Everything the Most High gives to us, whether physical or spiritual, is meant to be shared with our brothers and our sisters, man. If you are somebody who's blessed financially, materially in this world, it's supposed to be spread and shared, man. Even when you go to the epistles and we getting into church conduct, it was a way, there was there were rules to how we distributed our resources. Because the whole point was to help the fatherless, the orphan, the widow, those that are destitute.
That all goes back to loving thy neighbor. You feel me? You see your neighbor don't got clothes. You're supposed to be willing to take the clothes off your own back and give it to your neighbor. You feel me? Because that's showing that the love of the Father. You feel me? The Father loves us, so we have to represent that by loving our neighbor. That especially when they're in need too. We supposed to be giving if we have it.
And that's understanding. You got your phone?
Yeah.
I want to search for this verse real quick. That's understanding that we ain't doing it for no reason, man. You know, that's been a common theme I've been on lately, you know, doing things intentionally, you know, working with the Most High. Right? Let's see if I can find this. I think it's in Hebrews. So this is Hebrews 11 and 6. And it says, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. All right. So if we out here trying to please the Most High, all right, everything you do, when you wake up to when you go to sleep, you should be trying and aiming for every single action you do to be pleasing to the Father. Right. That's how you be Yahawashi like. All right, remember, this is my son in whom I'm well pleased. Why was the Father pleased with Yahawashi? Because he was doing every single thing he did, every word spoken was attributed to the Father and his righteousness. You feel me? So it says, but without faith it is impossible to please him, for he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So you have to believe. With faith, you have to understand that the Most High is a rewarder to them that seek him. Right?
We have to know that. Like it's a solid fact, because it is a solid fact.
Exactly. So like the brother was saying, taking the clothes off your back, giving your last dollar, right? We so screwed up, we want to take somebody else's last dollar. We don't care. Our people rob the working class, we don't care. You see what I'm saying? But when you get into the spirit of the Most High, it gives you in a mode where you more so are worrying about the riches that you can put up and not for your own gain. Because really, a lot of the losses we take is our gain. You feel me? So it says, for he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. You feel me? So we got to be diligently seeking the Most High. We got to be keen and sharp with it. You feel me? So
we got to genuinely want to do. We have to seek him. We have to inquire of him. Because that's when he really sees that you for him. The moment you ask to try to do better in his name, that's when he really starts blessing you, start filling your cup.
So let's keep going. Let's keep going. I think he was at 19.
Luke 11:19. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry.
Okay, that's the state that everybody's trying to get to on this stacker star mindset that we is. That's the state everybody want to get to the point where you can finally kick back and say, what did he say again?
It said, I'll say to my soul, thou hast much goods laid up for me for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry.
Take thine ease and eat and drink and be merry. That's the point y'all all want to get to from being rich, right? Everybody want to kick back, not be able to work, and just have all the millions, all the billions, everything provided for, right? But keep going.
It says, but Yahweh said unto him, thou fool, this night thou soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided?
All right, so Yahweh said, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be? Right? We got to understand all this stuff passes away. We in the end of time now, so it's a little bit different. But in the former times, all the past kings, billionaires, moguls, they all died and left their riches to another. And then they had to go to the spiritual realm to face the judgment seat of Hamashiach.
Without all those riches. Richless.
They had to go face that judgment. That's why, bro, when people pass away, they ain't worrying about none of this no more. It's a whole new thing.
It's something you got a way bigger realm you got to worry about.
Right? So I'll keep going.
Yeah.
So he says, but Yahweh said unto them, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. So when the Most High lift that soul up out of that body, there's no need for money and gold no more. And he said, then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? You don't even know. You don't even know. If you die today, you don't know who your car gonna go to. That couple thousand in your bank account, where it's gonna go to. You don't know. So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich towards God. All right, so you laying up the treasure to yourself and you're not rich towards the Most High. What could the man had did that would have got him rich with the Most High? It would have been given, right? Even where is that at? Let me see. Let's go to Mark.
We gotta take care. We gotta be giving. We gotta be willing to give the clothes off our back. You know, I think the Bible says, "Yo, take care of the least of mine." You know what I mean? So we have to take care of those that with a need and those who's not in need. We just got to be always willing to give and help and bless. That's doing the real works of the Father.
Okay.
Because that's what the Father does for us. Every time we ask for something, He fills our cup. So we gotta fill other people's cups if we can.
So let's go to Mark 10. So we're gonna go to 10 and 17.
Mark 10 and 17. And when he was going forth into the way, there came one running and kneeled to him and asked him, Good master, what shall I do that I may inherit eternal life?
All right, so the prompt right here is, what shall you do to inherit eternal life? All right, how can death pass over you? Go ahead.
And Yahushua said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is Yahweh. Thou knowest the commandments. Do not commit adultery. Do not kill. Do not steal. Do not bear false witness. Do not defraud not. Honor thy mother and thy father.
All right, so that's part 1, right? This is understanding. This is a part of righteousness.
See, he asked how to have eternal life. And he just read off living the commandments.
Okay, so this is understanding. Keeping the law, keeping the word of the Most High is a walk in righteousness. All right, but the law is spiritual, so we have to walk in it in sincerity and truth as well. Keep going. That's not all.
And he answered and said unto him, Master, all these things I have observed from my youth. Then Yahushua, beholding him, loved him, and said unto him, One thing thou lackest, go thy way, sell whatsoever thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven. And come take up the cross and follow me.
Okay, exactly. So he says the one thing you lack, you can keep all these commandments.
This is part 2. This is part 2 of how to have eternal life.
The one thing you lack, you keep these commandments to the T, man. You don't steal, you don't kill, man. But what is it? You gotta leave the world behind.
You have to give that stuff up. You have to give up all the things and give it away. Walk in the spirit. Clothesless. Not literally, but not having these crazy brands, not having these cars, not having these things of luxury. We have to give that away and we have to walk just with our soul, with our spirit, and walk with the Messiah. You feel me?
All these other things are extra, yo. The Most High bless you with it, yo. Like, I'm telling you, if you got a little will that you can go A to B, yo, you're blessed. And you content with that, that's a blessing.
Yo.
You walk in the crib, you got a meal to eat, bro, you're blessed, bro. You gotta understand that, the little things. You go in the crib and it's cold outside, you got heat inside, that you're blessed. You mean? It's hot outside, you go in the crib, you can turn on a fan, a AC, you're blessed. Godliness with contentment is great gain. You see how this is godliness and then in contentment? You feel me? Being content with the things that you have.
You feel me? In order to have eternal life, you have to strip yourself down to your soul. It just has to be you and the Father. Your soul and the Father, and just y'all walking together. That's how it gotta be. You can't be bringing none of the vain stuff. You can't be trying to want all the riches. You can't be trying to want all the possessions. We have to get all that up. You feel me? Honor the commandments, and then give all the riches up so you can walk with the Father. That's how you make you fertile soil. That's when you become fertile soil to do the works. Because now you're not worried about all these other things that don't matter. You're worried about the spirit.
You won't be able to be lifted up. It's just like sins. And these things can trickle down into sins, right? Because remember, the love of money is the root of all evil, right? So you loving the worldly possession is a domino effect of you doing all manner of wickedness for it. Because you think that's your livelihood, all right? You think that's what governs your life, all right? If I ain't got no money in my pocket, I'm messed up. You know what I mean? That's even something I had just from talking to people, you know, on the street and just rapping with people. It's a thing where people financial and their situations be so messed up that everything else is cloudy. And you can't have that. Whether you rich, poor, whatever, you have to be heading towards that light. You need to be walking in light, man. No matter what your financial situation is, no matter what your material situation is. Because you can be poor on the outside, rich on the inside. And that's what matters, because once again, those riches are getting translated. But let's keep going. 22.
And he was sad, he was sad at that saying, and went away grieved, for he had great possession. So he was sad to the fact that the Messiah told him to give up everything that you had. He was grieved. He walked away sad. Because that's one thing he couldn't do. He couldn't give up his possessions. He couldn't give up the vanities of the world.
Instantly when he heard that, you know, you're going to have to lose all that to walk with me, right? He was grieved because he already knew in his own heart the attachment that he had to those things. You know, back then, you know, it could have been his horse, his gold, his carriage, whatever it was, where his wealth was at, his little palace. He understood that no, that can't be my value no more.
You know, you had to lose your life to gain life. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you had to quit the things that the old ways, so you can be walk and rebirth. You
Hey,
can
that's
be
heavy
reborn.
too. That's heavy too, man. Where is that at? Where's he who seeks to save his life? Let me see. I think it's in Matthew. Let me see. He who seeks to save his life shall lose it for my sake. All right. That's Matthew 16. I got Matthew 16 and 24. It says, Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Right? You got to take up your burden. You got to let go. Because, yo, this world is not really going to be a burden. You got to understand there's heavier things to bear, man. It's heavier things to bear in the spirit rather than to be worrying about bills and a new pair of shoes all day. It's bigger obstacles to tackle. That's why Yahushua gave us powers. He telling us abandon these things so that we can worry about the real battle.
The real stuff, the things that actually matter.
Know what I mean? For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. All right? So that's understand, bro. If you are trying to save your life, right? If you're trying to go on this walk, but you still wanna hold on to the things of this world, whether that be a vice, whether that be a possession, or you're not willing to lose it, then really you're deterring your own path, man. It's holding you back. It's just a border. It's a ceiling that you're gonna hit in the spirit.
And it shows it's not really genuine. You're not really genuine about trying to do the work to the Father. If you hold on to things that's vain, it's not genuine. If you're genuine about it, I don't care about that. It's me and the Father. That's all I need.
And we was going here anyway, but we was gonna go to Mark. Yeah, the spirit says, For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? And what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? So going back to the man that had more than enough riches, what shall you, if you gain the whole world and you lose your soul? Going back to the celebrities, man, their livelihood is gone. The life is more than the body. The life is more than meat, man. It's more than bread. They don't have that livelihood. You look in their eyes, they dead. There's no soul back there.
That's why these celebrities, they be some of the most unhappiest people. Mm-hmm. They be killing them. They be deleting themselves. They be taking drugs. They be crashing out. Mm-hmm. You would think that they had all the luxuries of the world, they would be happy. But no, that's not going to make you happy. That's not going to fulfill you. It's not going to fill your cup.
Exactly. Your cup got to be filled up spiritually. And it's honestly, the lesson is really not only money. You know what I mean? It's not only money. It's anything in this world that is keeping you here. You want to be so light, right? You want to be so light that when the Most High say come up, you able to come up. You feel me? You want to be so light that you destroy all these attachments. So when the Most High say come, you're able to come up. That's why the scriptures say, be not weighed down by your sins. All these things are a weight. All right? Why he tell you to forgive? Because if you still hating somebody, then that's a weight on you.
These sins is keeping you in this prison, in this fleshly prison. It's not allowing you to evolve. It's almost like they chains. He's holding you down. Until you break these chains, you won't be able to evolve.
All right. So I'm gonna keep going. You finished 22, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'll keep going. It says, and Yahushua looked round about and saith unto his disciples, How hardly shall they that have riches enter into the kingdom of Yahweh, man? So how hard? It's harder, man. You know, he said that nothing is impossible through the Most High, but it's harder. Because you go to the example of the man, he had so much riches, it deterred his path. It was a blockage from getting to the Most High because he had so much riches. So understanding when you lacking on this side of the earth, you're actually blessed. The Most High is really making your kingdom walk easier. You feel me? Because when you look at these celebrities, bro, they so filled up with pride and all spirits of Satan that it's hard to let go. Right? They so much on the other side. Like you look at it, Jay-Z ain't letting go of his billions for nothing. You mean?
Like all the riches and all the ways of the world, all the things of the world, it's a distraction. It's going to distract you. Even if you is trying to lean on the Father and try to look and seek the Father. If you still holding on to these worldly things, these worldly riches, it's not going to coexist with you walking in the way of the Father, because the way of the Father hates the things of the world. You know what I mean? So that's why you have to make that decision. You have to lose your life. You have to lose your old life. Cut your old ways out in order to gain life, to gain salvation, to gain new life, to walk with the Father instead of the ways of the world.
That's understanding, right? What did Satan say he wanted to do? He said he will be like the Most High. He want to be like the Most High. So there, with the Most High, Satan was given dominion over this physical realm, right? Over this earth, right? But the Most High is in the spirit with it. So if Satan trying to be like the Most High, he want to give you riches to replace the spiritual riches so that you ain't seeking it. When you got one thing in front of you, you can't, and you so focused tunnel vision on that, you can't see what's past it. You get what I'm saying? There's stuff past the money. There's stuff past the cars. There's stuff past your housing situation and all that. There's things past it.
Don't let these things become a distraction and a stumbling block to you.
But when you in the flesh and you constantly in the carnal, you never get to see these things because you so worried about this and that. You feel me? Let me see. I'll just finish this up. And the disciples were astonished at his words. When Yahushua answered again and said unto them, children, how hard? He said, how hard? He said, children, how hard is it for them that trust in riches to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh? It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh, man. So, you feel me? So
he said it's even easier for a camel to go through an eye of a needle than a rich man to even get into the kingdom. So you gotta understand, this is a crazy comparison. Like, it's basically impossible for you to have these things and get into heaven.
And that's why he said that. Let me see.
He says it's easier for that to happen.
In 26 it says, and they were astonished out of measure, saying among themselves, who then can be saved? And Yahushua looking upon them and says, with men it is impossible, but not with Yahweh. For with Yahweh all things are possible. All right, so yes, it's all possible through the Most High, but he's saying by worldly means, it's not possible for the rich man to get into the kingdom because he's too attached to this kingdom. You know, people that's having galore in this kingdom, they don't want this to end. You feel me?
You can't serve two masters. You can't love the things of the world and then love the Father at the same time. You got two masters because the things of the world is same cahoots with Satan. So you can't love the things that the world talks about, the things that the world shows you. You can't love the both and then try to love the Father at the same time. He says it's like a camel trying to go through the eye of a needle. If you think you're going to go to heaven and still love these things of the world.
And that's why it says the carnal mind is enmity against God, right? Because the Most High is rushing, the Most High Yahushua, they want to come and save the elect and bring them up out of this hellhole. But people that's having it galore right now, they having it good. They want this to last forever. They feeling good. They got the nice will. They got unlimited food. They can do whatever they want out this joint.
You know, this world is only going to be hell to those that's trying to walk in righteousness, you know? Mm-hmm. It's not really it's going to seem like heaven to those that's trying to live the wicked ways.
God. So yeah, I think we I don't know, I can keep going in this.
Whatever you want me to open my joint.
I got you. Then Peter began to say unto him, Lo, we have left all and have followed thee. And Yahushua answered and said, Verily, I say unto you, there is no man that has left house or brethren or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my sake and the gospel's, but he shall receive 100-fold now in this time, houses and brethren and sisters and mothers and children and lands with persecutions, and in the world to come eternal life. All right. So as understanding, if you lose all those things that was just listed, right? The family, the mother, sister, brothers, the lands, since we talking about worldly possession, lands, right? It's people that got acres on acres. If you're not willing to lose those things, you can't follow Yahushua. But if you let go of it and you made that, remember, you know, he's a rewarder to those that diligently seek him, man. He's gonna reward you. What did he just say? He said 100-fold. It said he shall receive 100-fold. All right. Remember, our sufferings in this time is not comparable to the glory which we will get. All right. In us, the glory that will be presented in us.
That's a new life we're gonna get for losing this life, this worldly life that we live in. We're gonna get, that's the new life that we was just reading about. Is the blessings, the eternal blessings that we can't even fathom in these worldly brains that the Most High made. We can't even fathom all the blessings that He's going to give to us. You know, He didn't set us up to be able to even understand the amount of blessings we're going to get. So.
And that's why the Most High said, you know, those that worship graven images and idols, bro, they're going to be ashamed in the day to come. You're going to be ashamed. Because this world is going to be like a memorial. It's going to be, when the kingdom come, it's going to be like this is going to be a flash of the past, bro. It's going to be like a dream. It's going to be like waking up from a dream. It's going to be like, whoa. I mean, and you was living your whole life in the dream. You put everything in there. You feel me?
It's a delusion.
And 31 says, but many that are first shall be last, and the last first. All right? So we got a couple more. We'll finish off. Yeah, we can go to Matthew 6. All right? Start on 19.
Matthew 6 and 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasure upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither the moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
See, sometimes you just gotta think, why are you trusting in things that pass away?
They can break, they can be destroyed, they can be
This
stolen.
money system is going away. They about to have y'all on central digital currency. They about to even the cash rule everything around me. That's what the mindset that we got, but cash is going away. It's about to be a digital system all the way more so it can control you. Even that's another thing. When the Most High say let go of value in these riches, He's still helping you because these people are about to use that to destroy you. Like they've been doing, but they about to do it in a new way. Right? Even with the mark. Why did the mark, what did it say with the mark? Right? It says no man will be able to buy or sell. To buy or sell, because that's understanding that these transactions, the cash flow and currency flow of this world is what rules this joint. That's what keeps it going. If you stop, if everybody stop valuing money, then this joint would collapse overnight.
Money is what fuels the wickedness.
Feel me? Let me go to Revelation 13 real quick.
I like that they appreciate it too.
Go ahead, bring it.
All right. 20 says, but lay up for yourselves treasures. All right, I'm just going to go through 22. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?
And even when you look at that, right? The light of your body, even looking at it in the terms of your light being what you're headed for, right? Or your get up, your motivation.
What's keeping you moving?
Yeah. What's keeping you moving? What's keeping you going? If your light be darkness, imagine how great the darkness is. You waking up every day talking about get to the bag. And the money evil as hell. Literally, they show you on the money. It's all types of Freemasonic imagery on there.
They don't hide it at all.
It's Masonic imagery on there. It's slave masters on there. Pedos on there. It's come on. Look at whose superscription is on the money. That's another thing. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, bro. Pay your bills. Do what you gotta do. The money don't mean nothing, bro. We in a society where we working to live, bro. Get these folks their money. I had a conversation with my homie, right? He was saying how he was going delay paying his bills just so he could feel like he had the money in his pocket for a little longer. You see what I'm saying? Just for that feeling of having something. When in reality, give Caesar what is his, bro, and be content with what you got after that, bro.
Because we got the spirit. That's what's really fulfilling us is the spirit, the Holy Spirit that the Most High gave us, so we can follow Him and walk in His name.
So if the light of your eye is darkness, bro. You know, whether that be money, it's people wake up with murder on their mind.
Murder, trying to get high, all types of things. They wake up like with their lightness is something totally, which is something that's actually dark. They try and wake up, get fried. Oh, I want to wake up, I want to drink. Oh, I want to wake up, I want to do this. I want to have sex with different women. I want to keep doing all these things in the world. That's their light. You feel me? And that's actually darkness. You feel me?
Man, you covered in darkness. You wake up and soon, I know people that don't even get out the bed before they tap in the oven. And literally don't get out the bed. Get up, roll around, and they tapping something. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the light of their eye. You feel me?
So it's a clear difference on what our light needs to be. You feel me? Those that's living carnally, their light is going to be the vain things of this world. Those that wants to live upright and righteous, our light is going to be the things of the spirit.
And I'll bring out 24 because that's where we was going anyway. It says, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. You can't serve God and money. All these pastors talking about, oh, God is going to bless you with 20,000 next week. That prosperity gospel, they cooking y'all with that. They cooking y'all. They got y'all mind fried. Because y'all think y'all think that the Most High God is Mammon. Y'all think he's some genie that you can rub on a bottle and get 10 bands. Y'all think, oh yeah, God gonna bless me, it's cool. No.
Even them little pictures, I know back in the day when we was coming up on Instagram, he'd be like, yo, repost this, or you do this, or do that, and you gonna receive all this money. Like what? Like, that is so retarded. Like, who is giving me this money like that y'all are saying to me?
Yo, repost this and God gonna give you
God gonna give, he gonna love you a little bit. Like, what are y'all like, what?
Yo, like, they got y'all brain fried, chase the material, bro. And the reason the pastor can even come tell you that and you go with it is because both of y'all minds in the same spot. Pastor up there playing you for the filthy lucre.
And you loving the game.
You feel me? You a cash cow in that joint. Lock the doors.
Yo, that is crazy, bro.
He said lock the doors.
Folks said lock the doors when it was time for tithes and offerings.
Like, what you mean?
Man, Mammon, that's Mammon right there, man. You had to make your choice. You had to make who you want to serve. You want to serve the God of Mammon, and Mammon don't even just mean money. It can just mean like what represents money. Whether it's car, the luxury, these clothes, good living, like all this stuff. Like you had to choose where you want to serve that. You want to live for that, or you want to serve God, the real master. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. And that's understanding, my fault, but that's understanding that the overarching thing is we understanding that the overarching thing of it is that if you let go of the love and attachment to these things, the Most High will make sure you cool anyway. He not gonna have it. What's that verse, man? Cause you know what I mean, all you want to do is be seen righteous in the Most High's eyes, and you gonna be straight.
That's what's the most important anyway. You might as well be seen right in the Creator of everything you know. His eyes, you feel me? That's the best position I want to be in. Because he's on your side. He's going to do whatever he wants to. Wherever you want. In his name. He's gonna fill your cup. He's gonna fill other people's cups. He's gonna make sure you fed. He's gonna make sure other people fed. He's gonna make sure your family fed. Like that's the only person we trying to please. Because he's gonna fill our cups the best. None of these clothes, none of this car is gonna fill our cup. We're gonna constantly keep on having to look for Mammon to fund that cup. But Father, all we gotta do is just live in the Spirit. He's gonna fulfill us in anything we want, anything we do.
Kind of oxen itching ears, facts, right? This heavy though. You guys slide it. Go to Psalm 37. That's heavy. Let's start verse 7.
All right. Psalm 37, verse 7. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass.
Okay, that's why I really even wanted. This is not even where we wanted to start at, but it's heavy anyway because it says, "Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him." A lot of times, y'all make impulsive decisions because you're in a bad situation, but you didn't wait patiently. You feel me? It says, "Wait patiently for Him." It says, "Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way." All right. A lot of times we get inspired by people doing wickedness because we see the immediate reward, right? You see the trapper, he might be able to pull out a little bankroll. You see the scammer, he able to pull out a bankroll. He riding nice cars. They taking trips.
They getting women, they getting everything.
Come
they
on,
want.
they taking trips. They prospering in their way, right? But it said because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass, right? I even want to.
I think there's a verse about that. It's like those who live with wickedness, they don't know like they end. Like they know.
Yeah,
not
you know not the end. Yeah, I think that's really the spirit, bro. I think that's it right here that I was just looking for. Let me see. That's I think that's Sirach 9.
Don't envy the wicked.
All right, kind. Just bring this out real quick. It says, this is Ecclesiasticus. It's in the Apocrypha. It says, it's a different feeling when Abba reveals purpose for you. Kind. Facts, man.
Kind. All praises to him.
Right, so Ecclesiasticus 9:11, it says, "Envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be his end." Right? Envy not the glory of a sinner. What's the glory of the sinner? It's the money, the cars, the clothes, and the women, man. I'm gonna say another word, we ain't gonna say it on here. You feel me? That's what it is. That's the glory. You see them in they glow right now, so you can envy it. But that's the whole point. That's why they show it off. That's how Satan. That's why Satan even generated this flexing culture.
It's a display case for you to look and want, so you can follow behind that. You know,
right? The Most High told us, "Boast not in riches." Right? Boast in the Lord. If you will boast, boast in the Lord. Boast in the things of the Most High, and keep it humble with that. Still, you feel me? But envy not the glory of a sinner, because you know not what will be his end. The reason Satan even generated this flexing culture, "Oh, I'm flexing on him," to show off your goods, is to generate jealousy and coveting. It's to keep the cycle of blood going.
And it's to also prove that you worth it. Why are we flexing with things with actual objects and stuff like? So me by myself, that means I'm worthless. I had to bring something to the table in order to be worth something.
Mm-hmm. So basically, you know, just where it says, "For where your heart is, that's where your treasure is." You feel me? If you come here and say, it's literally just like with a woman, man. If you leading with money, if she gonna like me for my money, you're using money as the way to pull her, then bro, she gonna leave you for money too. Or when she gets somebody that got more money, she gonna leave you for that.
Revolving door.
Or when money start running low with you, she either gonna give you a bunch of problems or she gonna dip. She gonna start nagging, it's gonna this and that because you led with money.
And then nothing's gonna fulfill those needs.
When you should be really leading with knowledge and understanding, bro. Really a girl, bro, just a quick sidetrack, bro, she should be liking you for you. She should be liking you, for really the words that
The
you
spirit
can
that
speak.
you have, that you leading in the spirit, you feel me? That's what she should be loving about you. She shouldn't like you for nothing that you have, nothing that you possess.
Yeah, you got a car and all that. You pulled up in a nice car. What happened when the car break down? And you can't pick her up no more. Oh, you gotta get your Uber, shorty. You feel me? Now
She looking somewhere else.
You feel me?
Somebody can pick her up.
Come
That's
on,
why it
man.
doesn't matter. All that stuff don't matter.
Where was we at? So yeah, it says, "Envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be his end. Delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in, but remember that they shall not go unpunished to their grave." And we done seen the likeness of this all the time. We seen the heights and we see the downfall. We see them when they in their glow, the cars, the clothes, and the women. You feel me? And then we seen them dead. Or we seen them serving life sentences. It's the revolving door, like the brother just said. You feel me? And I think we good with that right there. Where was we at? Psalm 37?
Yeah.
We started at 7. Yeah, we left off at 7. So go to 8.
Psalm 37, verse 8. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in the any wise to do evil. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, thou shalt inherit the earth.
Exactly. Evildoers are going to be cut off, bro. Riches gotten by vanity. You're going to get cut off. Feel me? Keep going, all right?
For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace.
Hold on. Give me a second. Let me get there.
That was
11. Kind. So it said, "For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, and shall diligently consider his place, and it shall not be." These mansions not gonna always be here, bro. All this is not gonna always be here, man. And then it says, "The meek shall inherit the earth." So that's a spiritual rich, right there. That's wealth, meekness, right? A broken and contrite spirit is a sacrifice to the Lord. That's what the Lord is pleased in. You bowing that head, you being really submissive to the Father. Just like how you with a woman, you would see her riches in her being submissive.
And it represents that you don't got no pride. You don't got nothing that you standing on that's not of the Most High. Because that's what really pride is itself anyway. Mm-hmm. You don't got no pride, so you humble. You bow your head. You seeking to the Most High. And anytime you need answers, you always willing to learn and be led in the spirit and be taught wisdom. That's right. What the Most High does with that. Those are fertile soils for the Most High.
God, he says, this brother Hezekiah. I believe it's Hezekiah.
That's what's up. Shalom.
He said, Scripture says, I believe to wash your wife with the word. Especially in this time, bro, because our people in general are lost sheep. So if you acquiring a woman to add unto you, then you should 100% lead with this word, lead with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. If anything, it's such a great, like the word is a two-edged sword, so it's gonna sift you. When you lead in the flesh, when you think about it, when it comes to women, bro, when you lead in the flesh, what attracts you is flesh, and the base of your relationship is flesh. That means y'all will be separate on a carnal level. Y'all gonna be separated on a carnal level too. Y'all only liked each other or this and that because of maybe how she looked or this, and she liked you because of the money. And
if it can bring y'all together, as soon as it goes away, it's gonna tear y'all apart. It's gonna bring y'all apart from each other because it was built it wasn't built on a good foundation.
If you leading with this word, it's not gonna take too long to understand that somebody's not with this. You feel me? It's not gonna take too long. If this word not aligning, or if they're not trying to, at least have a readiness to walk with this and put away certain things, then that's already you won't be getting into certain wrong relationships.
And that allows us to have like you were saying, we will have the discernment. We have that righteous discernment to be able to choose people, choose the person we wanted to be around us.
Right.
If you lead with something, mostly you don't really have that good judgment like that because you're not leading with the real truth. The real truth is the word.
Kind. Hey, and shalom, Les. It's good seeing you, right? It's good seeing you, right? All right. So it said, you can keep going 11.
Yeah. But the meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace.
They shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. Abundance. You in that chasing possession mindset. You don't got no peace. There's no peace in the hustle and bustle. There's no peace on the block and all this running around and all this scattering and all that. There's no peace. There's no peace when people trying to rob you. There's no peace when you trying to rob people for what they got. There's no peace. It's no peace cops chasing you because you just did something for $300. It don't make no sense, bro.
Looking over your shoulder, like that's not the there's no peace in that. There's no peace in that. But it's gonna be peace in living in the spirit. There's gonna be peace in the gratitude you get from leading somebody to the Father. That's the thing. It's gonna be peace in doing good charity and doing the works. That's where you get real peace. That's how you, because once you'll be happy because you know you please the Father. Because that's where the real happiness comes from, pleasing the Father.
All right. Let's
13.
I want to jump down a little bit. 16. Let's jump down to 16.
Yeah. 16. A little that a righteous man have is better than the riches of many wicked.
This whole right there, that's it. That's it. A little that a righteous man has is better than the riches of many wicked, man. The riches of many wicked. So one righteous man in his little lot, whatever he got, if he got a little beat up Honda, a little beat up Toyota, and he got a nice little 1 bed, 2 bed, and he holding it down. Whatever he got going on, that is better. That is a more blessed situation. That is more blessed
than a Ferrari. All these cars, the crazy cars that y'all look up to. That's even more. This is the scripture saying that man with that Honda or that bucket or that walk to work or that ride his bike,
catch the bus.
He's way more blessed than somebody with that big Ferrari truck or that Lamb truck or whoever's bipping and all that. You feel me? He's way blessed because he's righteous. You feel me? Because those with all those riches, they lack righteousness.
Right. It's a scripture that say, the unbelievers, they see certain the circumstances of the wise and they count him cursed. You feel me? They see the certain things you go through as the righteous, they count him cursed. Oh, you just like us. You on a bus too. But you're not understanding that somebody might really be rich in the spirit, though. You're not understanding this might really be one of God's children, though. You know what I mean?
Wealthy in the spirit. And that's what actually matters. Satan's going to keep on trying to put the that delusion over your eyes that all these things in the world, it actually matters. But it doesn't matter. It's taking you away from God. It's taking you away from the Father. The things of the spirit is bringing you forward to the Father. It actually matters. It's everlasting.
Let's bring 16 going down again.
16. A little that a righteous man has is better than the riches of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous.
Exactly. See, the arms of the wicked shall be broken. Their strengths. Your arm is your tools, right? Your arms is the things that are upholding. So the things that uphold the wicked are going to be, or the strengths, the powers of the wicked are going to be broken. I.e., one example being money. The financial system going to be destroyed.
Be crashing.
Right? The money going to fail. What is that? This is Egypt, man. Everything repeats itself in history, right? The money failed in Egypt.
Great Depressions, all types of crazy stuff like that.
You feel me? The money's going to fail. They military. How is y'all going to come and destroy all these armies and all that, no matter what kind of tank you have, what kind of drone you got? Your arm, the strengths of the wicked are going to be destroyed.
Corporations, all the foods, all the systems, all the banks, all the stuff that's keeping them rich and keeping the poor.
Yep,
these are going to be the arms that the Most High destroys.
Yep. All these plantations, man. That's fueling it and keeping this joint upstanding. Let's keep going. 18.
The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever.
Their inheritance shall be what?
Forever.
Forever. Y'all worrying about money that's going to pass away, bruh. Y'all worrying about possessions that degrade. You worrying about a car that you can crash. You worrying about all these things that are degradable, where moth and rust do corrupt. They're corruptible things. Let's keep going.
They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied.
In the days of famine they shall be satisfied, and that's twofold for real. That's twofold.
It means too much.
You mean because it said but it says in the days of famine. So even first of all, in the time, because that famine is another prophecy that's coming. So in the time when there's not going to be no food out here, guess who's still going to be fed?
Word, everything. It's going to be famine of everything righteous.
Then it's going to be a famine of the word. But in this time, you seeking it right now. You're going to have it on your heart. That's going to be feeding you. The Most High is going to be feeding us through miraculous ways, man. Even when, The downfall of this system is the uprising of the righteous.
Us, because that's when our as much as we see the downfall of this land, our faith is get stronger and stronger, and that's how the Most High works with us. That's how He puts us and gives us what we need is through our faith. Right. So that's why we're gonna be ashamed. That's why we're gonna be scared when we see everything falling down. We're gonna be cool.
And that's what the Most High is trying to prepare us for right now. You see, that's something I meant to say too. Like, detaching from these things right now is helping you prepare for the time to come. You're gonna be driven crazy in a time when these things are lacking. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're not practicing fasting right now, in the time when the actual fasting famine comes, you're done. You gonna be out your rabid mind, bro. You're gonna be doing all types of crazy things to get a bite or whatever.
Doing what the rest of the world do.
Because you wasn't training yourself to be fasting right now. Not only that, you wasn't training yourself to rely on the Most High for things. So you won't even be able to see or believe your way into getting certain things. If you get what I'm saying. You won't even be able to see how the Most High can provide to you.
Fasting specifically strengthens your spirit. So those is not trying to fast right now, when the famine comes, their spirit is going to be very weak. So they're going to be wanting to do all the things in the world, wherever the world's calling, whether it's killing somebody for food, whether it's robbing somebody, all that's going to be calling when we get to that time. You know? So you're going to be wanting to do the things of the world if you haven't been fasting and trying to feed your spirit right now. Because once this famine comes, the righteous is going to be cool. We're going to be cool. Because all fasting means is living in the spirit and feeding your spirit. So those is going to be feeding their spirit. They cool. We cool. There's nothing we need to worry about. We're not going to go ahead and be crazy. We're not going to be acting rabid. We're not going to be going here and be bloodthirsty. We're not, because we're cool. Mm-hmm. I want to read that later. Yeah. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke, shall they consume away. Good. The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off.
Okay. So you valuing these riches is cursing you to the Most High. Go ahead.
Yep. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young, and now I'm old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. He is ever merciful and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. So this is also part of the reflection how, you see how the Most High deals with us. He's merciful and he lends us to us. We have to do that to others, We have to reflect the Most High by doing that to others.
Exactly. So 25, that's what we came here for. It's saying, I have been young and now I'm old, and yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Right? So that bread, the Most High will provide for you. Once again,
He will fill your cup. He feeds the birds cups that fly around. He feeds the animals. He feeds the stray cats. He makes sure they eat. You feel me? So,
my fault, buddy.
So you have to know that He's going to feed us. That's where that faith comes in. He's going to fill our cups. Right? He'll never forsake those that's righteous. You feel me? He's going to do nothing but bless you.
God, I'm trying to find. I think that's 2 Ezra 16. What men will do for lack of bread. Man.
Let's see. We don't gotta worry about when we're gonna get our next meal and those things like that. If we living righteously, because Most High, He said it's cool. Like, you don't have to worry about that. He's gonna bless us. All you have to worry about is constantly staying in that narrow path and walking up that upright, righteous path. Because that's when you're gonna get everything you need. That's when you're gonna get the good food you need. That's when you're gonna get the good shelter, the good wisdom you need, the good knowledge. That's when you actually start being upright, is when you being righteous.
We're gonna keep going. I can't find it. Gotta keep going. Alright, so we're gonna let's go to Psalm 62. Let's start 8. Go down.
All right. Psalm 62, verse 8. Trust in him at all times, ye people. Pour out your heart before him. Yahweh is a refuge for us. Salah. Surely men of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie, to be laid in the balance. They are altogether lighter than vanity.
Keep going.
Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them.
Okay. 10 is saying, trust not in oppression. Even, there's a verse in Isaiah, right? It said, this people loveth oppression. You feel me? Our people love what oppresses them. You don't even understand the money is a reflection of debt. So you loving the money, you waking up grinding all day for the money is loving your debt. It's loving your chain. It's understanding that these riches, this monetary system was literally fueled from the slave.
Goes right back into this oppressive system. And y'all love it.
Right? It's through the money, them having you working, thinking that you're doing something for yourself, keeping you on the plantation.
We spending all this money, thousands of dollars on these jewelries. The same people that's going right back to the same people that's oppressing us right now, man.
That revolving door, man.
Yep. All the riches you buy, all the bags you drop is going right back into the pockets of the people that oppress us.
You know, and that's going back to this joint just being Satan's kingdom, man. You grind all year round, you barely scraping by, right? They might give you a couple extra dollars talking about holiday pay, and guess who gets the holiday pay? Who's getting all the money when you going Christmas shopping for the kids, you going buying costumes for Halloween, food for Thanksgiving? It's going right back to them.
Right back to them.
So you're trusting in the oppression of the system. You're constantly on the hamster wheel of vanity. All right? So read 10 one more time, Bob. Yep.
Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. Yahweh hath spoken once, twice have I heard this, that power belongeth unto Yahweh.
God. Right. That's all. I might you probably got like one more. Yeah, we got one more. Let's go to we're gonna go to 1 Kings real quick. Go to 1 Kings. 1 Kings 3. You heard me? All right, we're gonna go to 3 and 7. Let's go.
All right, 1 Kings 3 and 7. And now, O Lord Yahweh, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David, my father, and I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in.
All right, so that's first. Now, this is understanding. When Solomon just became king, he sends up a prayer. All right, when Solomon just became king, he put up a prayer. This is why, also understanding, these are things we have to understand, because go back to even righteousness. It's righteousness that's saving you, because it says, we are going to be the rulers of the earth, but the Most High got to teach you how to be rulers right now. The Most High got to teach you how to rule right now. He got to teach you how to think bigger, how to think like a ruler. Stop thinking about the little dainties of this world and the little pennies that they giving you right here. Start thinking like a ruler.
While we in this world right now, we had to be building for the next world. We had to be building for the kingdom to come. While we still living in this world, our mind has to be kingdom focused, kingdom set. Our mind has to be set on the kingdom.
Exactly.
While we still living in this oppression.
Seek first the kingdom. You mean? Yeah. All right, so keep going up.
Yeah.
What was it? You was in 7.
And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people, that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. And for who is able to judge this, thy so great a people?
Exactly. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart. Once again, seeking wisdom as that silver and that gold. That's Solomon who wrote that. You feel me? He saw the value of what was spiritual. He saw the value of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. He saw the value in the Holy Spirit.
Being able to judge good and bad.
That's that discernment that we was talking about. You feel me? That's gonna save you and keep you from so much more situations. You can have all this money, but you don't got the discernment to keep yourself out of trouble. You got money, but you don't know. You're not able to discern whether this woman is using you for money. You're not able to discern whether a guy might have the evil eye plotting on you. These are things that the Most High is giving you riches through the Spirit. And all other different types of situations. Right? We just talking about, what's directly around us. You feel me? But it's all different types of situations in life.
This is to keep you grounded.
All right, let's keep going.
Give therefore thy servant and understand. I think I
Use the 10.
And the speech pleased the Lord that Solomon had asked this thing. And Yahweh said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thine enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. Behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee. Neither after thee shall any rise arise like unto thee. So,
Okay.
This is what Solomon asked for. We had to be making that prayer for ourselves, so we can get that discernment, we get that wisdom, so we get that knowledge. He's going to answer it. He's going to be pleased that you asked that. He's going to give it to you.
This scripture is literally the definition of seeking the kingdom first, seeking the Spirit first, and all these things will be added unto you. You feel me? That's literally what this is an example of. Because that's go back, man. Yahweh Shai is the word. All of it is coming up into Yahweh Shai. That's why he was able to apply the word that was already known in those different situations and reveal the true meaning of it. You feel me? This is seeking first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness. You feel me? He didn't ask for the life of his enemies. What's the things that he didn't ask for?
He ain't asked for the life of his, he ain't asked for the riches for himself.
That's in 11. It says, thou
long life, neither ask for the riches for thyself, or ask for the life of the enemies, or ask for thyself, but he asked for understanding. He asked for understanding for himself to discern judgment.
To discern judgment. All right, that's seeking wisdom. That's seeking kingdom. The kingdom is the fruits of the Spirit. The kingdom, remember, he said the kingdom is within. You feel me? You got to tap into that kingdom within.
Everything he just named that he did ask for is external. It's something physical. What he just asked for is something that cannot be seen. That's something that you become.
Exactly. So, and I'm going to read 12 going down now. It says, behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any man arise like unto thee. And I have also given thee which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. And if thou wilt walk in my ways, to keep my statutes and my commandments, as thy father David did walk, then I will lengthen thy days. All right? So walking in righteousness, that we got to feed for the things of righteousness.
You see, even like, the Most High, he gifted Solomon with the things he didn't ask for. So he in Solomon's prayer, he didn't ask for none of the things of the riches and none of that. But the Most High gave that to him because he didn't come to him asking about that.
Because it's your heart.
It's your heart. It
Shows
shows
the Most High tries the reins. He can see within. He can see what you value on the inside. If Solomon was showing that he valued it, he's sitting here praying, I want every op dead. I want all my enemies there. I want $1 million right now. But no, instead he asking for blessings from the Most High, spiritual riches. You feel me?
And what he got? He actually got real riches of the world.
Exactly. You can actually have your spirit blessed. You can actually have that true life and peace that you need on the inside, not the things that's around you. Because look, the hood, it's money flowing through the hood, right? But our people are still in a corrupted mindset. We still in a poor mindset. There's still money flowing through this joint. You can't say we don't got money in this joint.
We'll be forever chasing the money. Our cups will never be full. But when we chase the things of the spirit, that's when we get content. That's when we get satisfied. That's when we get that internal peace.
That's how you get to the point where it say your cup runneth over. You feel me? Your cup runneth over through these spiritual riches. You don't get riches just from what you have, right? I'm gonna bring that quote out again. It says some people that are so poor that they only got money, bro. You only got things that you can see, hear, and touch. That's the only things that money can even get you.
That's the only thing that gives you worth.
You feel me?
We have to be looking for the things of the spirit, you know, because then we're not going to be caring about the things of the money. We're not going to be caring about the things that's physical, you know, because we got the eternal happiness. We got the everlasting life. We have the love of the Father.
The everlasting waters, man. That nourishment. You know, understanding that our people, you know, our people lack nourishment. All right? The nourishment, that's for the body. Our people being a body, we lack in the substance, the things that are needed, right? Your physical body, you need vitamins, you need minerals, you need this, you need that, you need protein, you need zinc, you need all these different things. So your spirit needs wisdom, it needs understanding, it needs knowledge, it needs discernment, humility, meekness. These are the things that you need. We got to stop looking at this stuff like it's optional. We need it. You're not going to survive in the times to come if you don't have it. Once again, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. Righteousness is what's going to preserve the upright, right? The integrity of the righteous is what's going to hold them up. It's not you having what you have in this world. You could be destitute of all those things, and the Most High is going to translate you to the kingdom. What does it say? It's an easy thing to make a poor man rich. Can you pull that? You can pull it on your phone. And we'll just end off right there.
It's Sirach, free, bro. Sirach 11, 21.
Yeah, let me pull it out real quick. So 11:21?
Yeah.
Quick. Got it. All right. All right, so I got. All right, I'm gonna just start from 18 and bring it down. This is Sirach 11 and 18. It says, "There is that waxeth rich." No, I'm gonna start up. Slack it. It says, damn. I'm gonna start it up. I'm sorry, y'all, but Sirach 11 and 14. It says, "Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Love and the way of good works are from him." All right, so all these things are from the Most High, so you have to ask him for these things. "Error and darkness had their beginning with sinners, and evil shall wax old with them that glory therein." All right, so if you live in you glorying in wickedness, that's going to be your downfall, your own devices. It says, "The gift of the Lord remaineth with the godly, and his favor bringeth prosperity forever." Once again, that's that forever. These are eternal riches. "There is that waxeth rich by his weariness and pension, and this is the portion of his reward. Whereas he saith, I have found rest, and now will eat continually of my goods. And yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave those things to another and die." All right, same thing as Luke 12 that we just read it, right? "Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee." What riches will you have? What you gonna have in your spiritual bank account when it's time for that soul to come up out of the body? You're gonna be poor because you was valuing being rich out this joint.
It's not even being rich at all, too. Like, you really. Yo, being rich is the real being rich is not none of the things that we actually call being rich. The real being rich is having a strong spirit. You know, that's the real wealth. That's the real riches. Your
Things added, having the fruits of the spirit on you.
What we call rich shouldn't even be called rich. You should really be called poor, because it said if you have all the things of the world, if you want all the things of the world, you can't follow God. You can't serve two masters. So you have to be rich in the spirit to really be rich.
So it says, be steadfast in thy covenant, be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work. Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord, and abide in thy labor. Right? For it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich. All right? And that's physically and spiritually. All right? You might be lacking understanding on something. Snap of a finger, the Most High can give you that revelation and that understanding on something. You just got to ask. All right? That's why all the fruits of the Spirit, these are important things. That's the real riches. The humility, the meekness, the joy, the long suffering, patience. All these things, that's really a rich person that has those things.
You know, Yahweh Shai, he was the richest man that ever walked, because he was rich in the things of the spirit. He was the wealthiest man that ever walked, because he had those things in the spirit. Because that's what really mattered. You know.
And it said 22. It says the blessing of the Lord Yahweh is in the reward of the godly, and suddenly he maketh his blessing to flourish. All right. So yeah, I think we might end it off right there. You know, suddenly you make it the blessing to flourish. So it's really, you know, having that faith which is that superpower for us, man.
That faith, we had to seek the kingdom first, and then everything else will be added unto you. Once you start doing that the opposite way, then things get messed up. You start seeking everything else instead of the kingdom gets taken away from you. And then you have all the other things that's going to lead you to the destruction. We have to seek the kingdom first. And then anything else you will need will be added unto you. We have to go about it the right way.
But hey, man, it was good to bring that out with y'all, man. Hopefully, Lord willing, that was edifying to y'all, man, and it brought y'all spirit up, man. Make sure y'all staying prayed up. And Shalom.
Shalom.